And when you tune into NBC for Sunday Night Football, one of the guys that you'll see out on the field wearing the gold helmet is George Kittle, one of the best tight ends right now, if not the very best tight ends in the National Football League. George, welcome back. How are you?
Excellent. Thanks for having me.
What's your reaction when you find out yesterday that the 49ers are going to be playing that return match against the Seahawks in prime time on NBC with everyone watching?
Pretty excited. Missed the last one, so excited to get another shot at these guys, and especially it's in Seattle. I don't think we've won there for a long time. It'll be a good challenge for the team, and we're just really looking forward to it.
And you got the playoffs starting after that. How important is it to your team, given that you didn't have a bye since week 4, to get that week off before you have to play a single elimination game?
Yeah, that was pretty early. Definitely been playing a lot of football since then, so that would be very helpful for our team. Just give guys a week off, get the bodies back. Be very helpful, and that's our goal, and we're gonna do everything we can to win this game.
The Seahawks are very banged up, especially at running back. There's some chatter that Marshawn Lynch could end up back with the Seahawks. Is that one of those things you look at and say, boy, this is kind of – I know you don't play defense, but is this kind of intriguing, the idea to see Marshawn Lynch back on the field, or are you just fine without Marshawn Lynch coming out of retirement?
That'd be awesome. I love watching him play. So whatever he brings a lot to the table, so he'd be an unreal challenge. But I'll let that play out. But I'm a fan of it, so I would love to see that.
I know one of the things Rodney Harrison brings up every time of year as the playoffs start, the intensity of the postseason, how the game changes, how the hitting changes, how everything about it changes. And the 49ers collectively don't have a lot of playoff experience. How much are you already leaning on the guys who have been there and done that for just pointers and advice on what to expect when the playoffs roll around?
A little bit here and there, but we're still just focused on the regular season. But this is definitely going to be like a playoff game. We know that. The last Saturday night was definitely a playoff game in our opinion, and so we're just gonna just keep playing our football, our brand of football, which is physical, moving the ball, and trying to get our run game down your throats. And so we're just gonna keep doing that.
And that Saturday night game was a classic. Obviously, the Rams were knocked out with the loss, tied late. That drive with 2 3rd-and-16s that get converted, I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. When you're lining up for the second 3rd-and-16, are you thinking, there's no way in hell we're going to do this again?
Oh, I know the play call. I was like, hey, well, this is either going to be a complete big shot or I don't know what's going to happen. And I was looking at Jimmy. I was in protection, released to the flat. And I just see him launch it. I was like, oh, wow. And I looked downfield and Emmanuel was wide open. So that was pretty awesome. And it just kind of worked, I guess.
How has it been for you to go through this process of becoming a star player, a guy that opposing teams are focusing on shutting down with double teams and extra resources? How has that affected you? How has that changed your game?
It really hasn't. I just go out there and I just play football. Whether there's 1 or 2 guys on me, it doesn't really matter. I just do whatever I can to get open. Coach Shanahan schemes plays for me to get one-on-ones, and I just have to take advantage of those situations, which I've done a pretty good job of this year. And Coach Shanahan, we do some creative stuff back there, which allows me to get open. It's pretty fun. And, I just go out there and I play football.
When you pull off a win like the one that we saw on Saturday night and the way that you did it with those 2 3rd-and-16s, how much confidence does that give to the team heading into the biggest game of the regular season?
Oh, a lot. Definitely the way that that game ended, I think a lot of people thought it was going to OT for sure, but the fact that Jimmy could stay in the pocket and deliver 2 3rd-and-16s back to back on 2 beautiful passes, I think it just says a lot about our team. It says a lot about Jimmy G and how he can deliver and how he leads this team. And we're just going to keep carrying that momentum into this game coming up Sunday night.
Obviously, he had the season derailed last year in Week 3 with his knee injury. A lot of questions about him going into the season. It seems like he's answered most of those. What have you seen from him this year as he's developed and grown and made some big throws in big spots?
Just consistency. Even back in OTAs, he makes the same passes. He's the same guy every single day. Nothing ever gets to him, whether it's an interception, an incomplete pass, a bad check. It does nothing really affects him, and he just comes back the next play and he's dialed in, ready to go. And that's what I love about Jimmy, just the consistency he brings. We still have a really young team too. We have a lot of young guys out there playing and making big plays, and so with his consistency, it just keeps everyone locked and loaded and everyone focused, and he just keeps delivering the ball whenever we ask him to.
George, you mentioned that you had missed the first game against the Seahawks. You had the ankle and the knee injury. And I remember watching that Thursday night game against the Cardinals. And you took that hit to the knee, and I thought, oh, crap, this is not good. And then you're back on the field. How in the hell were you able to keep going for the rest of that game, or at least most of the rest of the game, after you had that knee injury?
I have really good athletic trainers. Got a nice tape job on the knee, stabilized it a little bit, and just let me play. It's football. Stuff happens, and you just gotta play through stuff.
Kyle Shanahan praised you throughout that period of the time that you were injured as a guy who, like, if anybody can play with these injuries, it's George Kittle. What is it about you that makes you different from other players when it comes to that ability, that willingness, that drive, determination to find a way to fight through injury and get on the field and be as good as you are while injured as you are when you're not injured?
It's football. It's 16, 17 weeks. No one really cares if you're hurt or not. There's still a game to be played every single Sunday. And so in my eyes, it's just expected of you. It's been in my job description. I play football, whether, no matter what's going on. And, if I can get on the field, I'm going to be on the field.
I know you got to get to work before we let you go. Panda Express is the sponsor that has made this appearance available. Tell us what you have going on with them.
Well, Panda Express, it's a thing that I've, loved for a long time. Honestly, I was really excited when I kind of fell into this relationship. It's just something I've loved it since I was a little kid. And, Panda Mondays on Twitter is something that me and one of my teammates started a couple of years ago, and just kind of kept going and going and going. And now I got a sponsorship with them. It's just really fun. We talk about the Honey Does Me Chicken Breast, which is a campaign that we're doing. It's getting towards the end of it, but Panda Express really likes it, and I love it. It's one of my favorite dishes, and it's just one of those things that it's just personally fun for me because I connect so well with it, and I've loved it since I was a little kid.
I'm thinking of this because I know you have a Bernie Doodle. I've got a Bernie Doodle. And when I went into the relationship, my position was only dog food. That's why they make dog food. You don't need to be eating people food. What's your position on whether or not your dog gets to eat, the food off the table or leftovers or anything other than what goes into the bowl out of that bag, that giant heavy bag of the stuff that no dog or human should eat?
Depending on what it is, I definitely like sharing with my dog. Just saying the Honey Sesame Chicken Breast is completely organic, so that's something I would definitely share with my dog. She does like that stuff.
Well, what is her position on begging? Does she make noise? Does she just sit silent? Mine just sits silent. She's very smart. She just sits there. She just wants you to know I'm here. In the event, possibly, that there may be a piece that drops on the ground or you want to give it to me, I'm here, but I'm not going to bother you. I'm going to let you eat. What does your dog do?
She sits there. If I'm sitting at my counter, she'll have her head on my lap as I'm eating, just staring at me. And then she just goes person to person. Whoever she knows has the most food, she just moves. It's terrible.
My dog knows, when we have family over, she knows from history who to target. She knows who's going to accidentally drop food on the floor repeatedly. Yeah. So it's great stuff.
Straight to my dad. She stays there the whole meal if he's over.
Well, that's great stuff. Well, George, we got to let you run. You got to get to work. Big game coming up on Sunday night. Congratulations on all your success this year and all the best for the postseason. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday Night Football and beyond. Happy holidays, and we hope to talk to you soon.
Hey, thank you so much for having me on. It was a blast.
All right, George. Thanks, man.
Oh, of course. I didn't know you had a Bernedoodle. That's awesome.
Oh, she's great. She's awesome. She's awesome.
How old?
She is about a year and a half.
Oh, mine just turned 2.
Yeah, she's great. She is great. Hey, there she is. There she is. All right.
Well, one sec. We just shaved mine. Check this one out. Danny, come here. Oh, here. Can you sit? There you go.
Oh, mine got the same thing. The shaved off the face. Looked like a different dog.
Oh,
yeah. Macy had the same thing. Yeah.
Look at her tail.
Yep. Mine's got the same tail, and we're getting the rest of her body clipped because they clipped all the matted hair off of her ears and off of her. Mine does the same thing with her paw too. She had all that stuff here, that long stuff, and it was all matted, and it was like, "Where's our dog? Who's this?"
Oh yeah.
So it's good.
Yeah.
Good stuff, buddy.
All right. Hey, nice talking to you. Have a nice day.
All right, man. Take care.
Bye.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.